The next question is from Kizurai, and Kizurai asks, when are you gonna beat Final Fantasy VII Remake? God dang it, Kizurai, why are you gonna So what's poppin', YouTube community? It's your boy DManoSG here, and we are back with another Ask Me Anything video. We hit over 200 subs not that long ago, and as you know, as my tradition, every 100 subs I will do an Ask Me Anything video. As you can see, new place, new background. The last time I did this video was back on January 20th, 2021. We are now currently on January 21st, 2022, and it's been amazing. Never did I imagine I'd get this many subs. Thank you to all the people who have subscribed to this channel. If you haven't already done so, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and let's just roll with it. So this first question is from Bobby, and Bobby asks, what made you decide to start streaming? Now, Bobby is a wonderful friend I've met through the streaming process, but what made you decide to start streaming? I know I answered this in the first video, and honestly, I've always wanted to stream. I never had the courage to. I was always hesitant. And then when the pandemic happened, I just figured, hey, I might not get another chance. I had extra money lying around, so then I decided to actually start streaming then, and here we are today, almost a year and a half later, and we're still doing it, and we're actually doing better than where we started. The next question is from Ҳೆнккии the Virus, who asked, what was your favorite question in your last AMA and why? Jumper Savvy from my Discord asked, when are you going to beat Bloodborne? And it's funny to me because I still get asked this question today, and here we are, a year later, and guess what? We're still playing Bloodborne.
GG.
But I don't want to become a streamer who starts games and never finishes them, so I hope I never see a question like this ever again. The next question is from Kizurai, and Kizurai asks, when are you gonna beat Final Fantasy VII Remake? God dang it, Kizurai, why are you gonna Now that we got the funny stuff out the way, let's go ahead and move on to like some more serious questions. This next one is from Sailor Bunny Grace, and Sailor Bunny Grace asks, firstly, congrats. Secondly, what's the weirdest comment you've received on stream? I forgot exactly when we did this. I started doing a series called Chat Out with Mano, which I'm still in the works. I'm not sure if I'll bring that back or not, but we had a random chatter pop in, claim they were from Italy, and they started asking questions about my grandparents. Me being as open as I am, me and Cassie shared all our parents about our grandparents, even some sad family deaths. And then the person started sharing some weird political commentary about our current presidency, and that's when I knew this was just a troll. This next question is from my twin Faulty Mouth, and my twin asked, how did you get to be so cool? Well, Faulty, when you get to be like me, being smooth is just, it just comes with the territory. This next one is from Bobby again, and Bobby asked, how did you and Cassie meet? Me and Cassie actually met through a dating app, and we met through the dating app Hinge. We were able to schedule a date, and actually we were able to relate through liking anime. We scheduled a date at this place called First Watch in my old city. So we had breakfast, and then we went and got coffee somewhere. Then I took her to our local brewery, and from there on, we just kind of hit it off. And me and Cassie, we met actually January 2020. And if you guys know what 2020 was the year of, I mean, we're still dealing with some of that stuff now. We hit it off early 2020, and then the pandy hit, so then me and Cassie had to do a lot of online dating, but luckily Cassie's a cool person, and look at where me and Cassie are now. We have our house, we have different jobs, and we're both just killing it. And if I could just take a moment here to say I love Cassie, and I thank Cassie, because Cassie being who she is, I really wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing today, because Cassie's so understanding. Cassie never feels like she's being left out. In fact, she's actually joining me on streams now, and then if you guys know, we're actually in the middle of building her a PC so she could start streaming her own. Yeah, that's how we met, and we're still together, we're still going strong, and I cannot say this enough, I love Cassie. This next one is from Her Fault, His Fault, and they ask, which 3 people would you choose to be stuck on a desert island with? This one took me a while, but honestly, of course, you have Cassie, because I can't do anything without my companion by my side. The next one is actually my buddy Lineburger. Burger is a survival expert. He knows how to use basic tools, and he can actually hunt. He's pretty good with knowing his surroundings, so I need him for his survival instincts. Third would be Thanos, because with Thanos, we could destroy half the universe together, and that's my main goal. This next one comes from Geeks May Vary, and Geeks asks, which book would you recommend for everyone to read at least once? I don't read that many books, but there is one book that my dad kind of made me read when I was younger. And it's actually a really good book. I still remember the name of the book. It's called Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. And here's a quick like synopsis of what the book's about. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of complacency and the importance of embracing change. There's like 4 characters in the book and they're all looking for their cheese. And cheese is like a metaphor for what they want in life. If you've never read it, I don't want to give it too much away, but if you never read it, it's a good book and it will help you kind of reevaluate your life as well. This next question comes from Frozenstein, and Frozenstein asks, if you could swap places with any fictional character, yes, robots count, for a week excluding Gurren universe, who would you pick and why? The answer is simple, Frozenstein. I would choose Thanos, because with Thanos, we could destroy half the universe in an instant. Geeks Make Very ask another question, and he asks, best advice you ever received? Another one from my father himself. The best advice I've ever gotten is to really know the difference between a want and a need. Don't get me wrong, I feel like wants are important, but sometimes wants can stray you on the wrong path. I think financially for sure. So that actually helped me be smart with a lot of financial buying and some other stuff. And then what do you actually need in your life? Like who should be in your actual circle? And who do you want to be in your circle? Like, are you getting the same appreciation back? And with that, I don't know, it's helped me get really far in life. I mean, what a want and need is always gonna be subjective to whoever else or to whoever else may actually view that quote, but it really helped me get through a lot in my life. Bobby asked another question. What's your favorite movie? And can I get a fries with that? Bobby, of course you can get a fries with that. But this one's tough. I love entertainment, so it's hard to choose just one form of like, this is the best overall. If I had to pick a favorite action movie, Avengers Endgame, because I'm a big Marvel nerd, and that movie was like the climax of everything. It just was pieced. Everything was just, it led up to such a great ending, a great finale. Everyone got proper send-offs in my opinion, and it was like years of work and you see it paid off. And to me, that's why I don't know, it's a movie I don't mind revisiting every now and then. It's just a good memory too. But I'm mostly a comedic fan, if you can't tell with my troll behaviors and everything else. But my favorite comedies growing up were Tommy Boy, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Liar Liar, and Dumb and Dumber. Bossman, aka Cassie, asked, what is the worst game you ever played? 2 games stand out at the top of my head. Weirdly, they're both wrestling games. Some of you might not even heard of these games or even play them, but one was Backyard Wrestling. Don't try this at home. One of the worst pieces of trash I ever played. The game was almost unplayable. The CPU was really hard. The controls barely worked. I will never play that again. Please, if you ever see this game, run. But I mean, it's an older game, so I doubt you'll see it again. And then the next one was WrestleMania 19 for the GameCube. I think that's 19. I remember we rented this. I used to love playing wrestling games, if you couldn't tell from the first title. I don't know what they did, but they made like a adventure mode with a career mode for just being a career wrestler. And you know, mainly in wrestling games, you're just trying to climb the ranks. With this one, they tried to do like this whole backstory where like you got kicked out of the WWE, so you're on a revenge quest and you fight people in like weird conditions where you have to throw them off buildings. Like, it made no sense. I have no idea why they did that, and it was god awful. This next question comes from Ҳенккии, and Ҳенккиi asks, what is a favorite bad game / movie that you enjoy anyway? If a game is bad to me, I don't see myself playing it ever again, if I'm being completely honest. But there are like bad movies that people talk about that I still enjoy, and I think the one that stands out the most is the original Mortal Kombat movie. I don't care what anyone says, when that movie first came out, that movie was amazing, but if you watch it now, yeah, it does not age well. They do like 50 backflips in the movie. Some of the fight scenes are really short, but the soundtrack still stands the test of time. That is still an amazing soundtrack for a fighting movie. This next question comes from Soupsies, and Soupsies asks, when are you gonna stream a dating game though? So I've been thinking, I watched this one, I've seen clips of it, I'm very intrigued. I'm not sure if you guys heard of this one, but it looks very sweet and wholesome. It's called Doki Doki Literature Club. This next question comes from Cassie again, and Cassie asks, raid me after? Sure, Cassie, let's go ahead and raid your channel. Let's see. Cassie currently has 0 followers, so let's do a really quick raid and we'll see how many followers she has now. This next one comes from chillinwithdev.ttv, and Dev asks, what is something new you want to try / do this year? Now, I know we usually set a lot of goals whenever the new year comes, but I'm really fine with where I'm at life. I mean, higher pay at my job would be nice. But other than that, the number one thing I wanted to do back in 2019 was travel more, which I started to do, but 2020 happened, it kind of slowed that whole process down, and here we are in 2022, and that same issue is still lingering around, so traveling's been kind of hard to do, but I still want to, but I definitely want to continue that sometime in the future. I would like to go see new new places, but mostly I would like to take Cassie to new places with me as well. Cassie's been to places I haven't been and vice versa, so I want to experience those places together and just see how things go. This next one comes from Burnsy, and Burnsy asks, what streaming goals do you have for 2022? This one to me also is very simple. I know when people make streaming goals, they want to hit like X amount of followers, reach partner status on Twitch, or I don't know, partner on YouTube, whatever it's called. Honestly, I just want to make more comfortable content while I'm streaming. I think I learned my lesson with playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Playing a game I don't know at all and then playing it in front of people who do know the game just makes me feel nervous. So I kind of want to get back to playing games I already beaten or played before or just more familiar with. That way I'm more comfortable talking about the game and then talking with my audience at the same time. Because if you guys don't know what streaming, that's the hardest part. It's not just being good at the game, but it's also interacting with your audience while trying to be good at a game too. It's like the ultimate curse. Like one suffers if you do one more than the other. So that's like my only goal for streaming this year. And the last question comes from ManBear432, and ManBear asks, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Going interview mode. That's always a tough question. I don't know. I remember like before I wanted to get a new job, actually get a house, actually find a partner. I made that like last year or not last year. I made that back in like 2019. That was the whole traveling goal and everything else. And here we are now. I've actually accomplished those things. I actually traveled to places that year. I'm now in a loving relationship with Cassie. I actually have my own house. I'm actually paying a mortgage on. So like I'm happy in those aspects. The new job's going well too. I guess like the only thing I see myself in 5 years is, I don't know, maybe I would actually like to be partnered on Twitch, maybe, or better pay, have a bigger community when it comes to streaming in the next 5 years. Like I want to be more popular, but not in a selfish way. I just want to be known, because a lot of the streaming stuff takes work. Someone like me, I'm making content for all the social medias that I know, and I'm just constantly trying to get my name out there. I'm constantly in people's streams, just chatting and everything. And I don't know, I want to be known in the streaming sphere, more popular, I guess. And I'm not sure if that sounds selfish or bad, but if I'm being honest, I mean, in 5 years, you would like to, if I'm still doing this in 5 years, it'd be kind of cool to see yourself, like look back 5 years from now and be like, yo, I'm actually like at like a higher tier. Like this is actually great. Like my work actually paid off. And I feel like if I just keep a consistent schedule and I don't know, just still keep doing what I'm doing now, I feel like it'll pay off. So I don't know, 5 years from now, Dustin, if you're seeing this video, if it's still up there, I'm wishing you the best luck. And if you made it, dude, congratulations. And that concludes the questions for this Ask Me Anything. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. And then if you haven't done so already, yes, subscribe to the DManoSG channel. Hit that like button once again. And if you would actually like to be part of my community, if you want to be a part of my community, the link to my Discord's in the video description down below. If you want to join me over on Twitch for live gameplay and live reactions, and then actually chat with others too, the link to my Twitch is in the video description down below as well. If you want to follow me on social media, I have a Facebook still. That might go away soon. I have an Instagram, I have a Twitter, I have a Hover, and I have a, I almost said LinkedIn again. Jesus. And a TikTok. TikTok's the last one I always forget. Feel free to follow me on all of those. And once again, everybody, thank you. I hope you had a good laugh. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all very much for supporting DManoSG, whether it be on Twitch or on YouTube. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.